I forgot to do the little intro. Oh, should I do it now? No, no. How are you guys? I just, it is the day after Thanksgiving. And so, oh, there she is. Hi, Kim. I'm live. So as soon as I hit you, you're on live. Okay. All right.
Hello. Sorry, everybody.
I'm like, I don't know if she remembers.
I did remember.
Okay.
I went to plug in my computer and I pulled the whole modem off of the
Oh my
things.
God.
I were like scramble open everything, plug everything back in. So it took me a
So,
minute, but I'm here.
which leads me to my first question, you guys, is are we in retrograde? Anybody know?
Oh,
Because
good
I am
question.
telling you, from the get-go, all morning I've had issues with this stuff.
Yeah, I
So
would be. Oh,
crazy.
no, we're not. No, that's not an
Oh,
excuse.
boo. I can't blame it on. I can't
Well, then
blame
something
it
else
on.
is happening.
Some other
I love it.
energy surging is happening. Maybe we're
Yeah.
just upgrading, Kim. We're upgrading.
Oh, okay, we're upgrading. Good
There
to
you
know.
go.
Good to know.
So I did want to say thank you straight up to Just Jeannie. Thank you so much. Blessings
Oh,
to you.
nice. Thank you.
And Gigi.
Mhm.
Blessings to you. Wow. And Constance. Thank you.
Wow. We
And
didn't have
this
to do
all happened.
anything.
I mean, I just
That's
felt
so
I was
nice.
getting these big hugs before I even got on here. So thank you guys so
Oh,
much.
oh my gosh, yeah.
Okay. Ago Teeman says not Mercury retrograde, but some other planets might be. So, and there's a new moon coming in. That's right, Jay. So, anyways, it's messing with me and obviously messing with you.
Yes.
We're in a long Mars retrograde, maybe in Gemini. It lasts through March. I'm not doing this all the way to March. That's
You're not gonna do this. Okay.
and Terry says we go into
Centered here.
Mercury. We
Look
go
at
into
centered.
Mercury retrograde December 28th to January 18th. I'll mark my calendar and not get out of bed. I'm just kidding. Teresa, big hugs to you. And it could be just the new moon shakeup and our energy shifting. All right, I'm going to go with that. Well, welcome, Kim.
Yay, thank
Yay.
you.
And
And I wanted to let people know, just FYI, that one of our masterclass students just started their own channel. It's called The Mystic Next Door. Her name is Kelly. She's amazing. And
oh,
so I am a subscriber and it's just starting. So it's always fun to get in on the ground floor of a new channel. And, it's just a lot of fun. I saw Medium Kim there. So
yay.
anyway, it's just a lot of fun. So if you guys can go give her some love and subscribe and give her a thumbs up. And
And
yeah,
so,
it's really a fun channel.
awesome. Could someone put her link in so we can click on it and just go over? And it's called The Mystic Next Door.
Uh-huh. Yep. In
Kelly,
fact,
yay.
let
Next
me see.
door. Awesome. And so welcome everybody. I know I think Linda was just on, so
On her
on
channel or
yeah,
on
on live, yeah. She's in a
nice.
live right now, so I don't know if she's done and everybody will pop over here, but in the meantime,
Nice.
Neptune is slowing
Okay.
down to go direct in early December. All these things happening with the planets.
Okay.
So you might be more affected by planets than you know, Kim.
Yeah.
Oh, she's done. Thank you, Sandra.
Maybe. Oh, Linda's
Good.
She's done. Okay.
I know the whole family's over there. So
What did
um,
she say? What were
I
her
don't know. I don't know. I just was on here
yeah.
and doing my thing, and I saw, you know how
Okay.
it gives you a little thing saying who's live.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Oh, there's
Yeah.
the
Oh,
thank
there
you.
it is. Okay. Thank you, Lisa.
So yeah, go ahead and click on that, and the Mystic Next Door. I love that. Kelly. Oh, yay. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, Wayne. There is no grandbaby yet.
No grandbaby. So how overdue is she?
So that's the thing. She herself, kind of calculated out and did her own like calculations, and she thought her due date would be December 2nd. But when she went
Okay.
to the doctors and they did all their things, they're like, "Oh no, it's November 16th." So,
Oh, wow. So,
like how exact are these things? You know what I mean?
right. Right.
Um. So yeah.
Well, Marvita says miscalculated. So
If you
maybe she
saw
was
her,
right.
if you saw her, you'd be like, "Oh my gosh, you should have delivered like a month ago." Like you guys just, it's huge. Sweet and
Yeah, I
salty
was
was
a week overdue, and that was enough. That
yeah,
was enough.
I was 16 days with one and 18 days with the other.
Oh my gosh.
And it was evident when the babies were born, like, you can tell when they
Right.
were cooked. And so it was,
Good.
of course, then I went into a coma, and yeah, it's a mess.
Oh my gosh.
I'm not a good baby maker. I mean, I
Oh,
make good babies,
wow.
but
Yes, yes, of course. Yeah.
my
It's just
body,
quite a process. Yeah,
oh
that's, oh
bueno,
gosh.
my body. So, so you can see why I have PTSD with my daughter. I'm just like taking it all in. So yeah, so hopefully soon. I'm going back up on Sunday, so I'll be up there for another
Oh,
week.
nice. Well, maybe then next time will be the right time.
Yeah.
But I'm sure it will go great, and I'm sure they'll be very happy, and yeah, nice.
So did you do anything yesterday, or was it just quiet?
I ate way too much. It
Yay!
was just my husband and I, but we just watched movies and hung out
And you
and
cooked and everything?
well, he cooked. He loves to
Yay!
cook, so he cooked
Oh,
and cooked and cooked. I baked. He cooked, and then we ate too much.
oh, that is so fun. You guys did it together,
So,
and you did the baking, and he did the cooking.
yeah, I think we're all, it's the first, obviously, Thanksgiving without my mom and my dad. And I think all of
Right.
us were a little bit, I don't know, unsure of what to do. So none of us got together. We all kind of stayed in our separate little things. My one sister, her son-in-law was in the hospital, so she
Mhm.
was kind of helping with that. And then my other sister decided to stay home. And it's one of those days I don't like being on the road. I don't like to
Oh
travel on
yeah, yeah.
Thanksgiving. So um, it was fine. And Thanksgiving, to be honest, is not one of my favorite things. It's
Yeah,
okay. It's like it's just one of those things, but
yeah, yeah. I have no
you know.
yeah, I have no connection into it. I understand what you're saying.
Yeah. So it was fine. It was fine, and the food was really yummy. So what did you do?
I I'm blocking the user, see if it works. Oh, it worked. Craig says, "Me too, Kim," about mom. So this was
Mm,
Craig's first. Yeah.
yeah.
I blocked this person. Why is it still here? Okay. Thank you for blocking all those. Oh, there's another. Wow. I
Block,
think I
block.
need to click on something to make that not happen. Like you have to be a
All
subscriber
right.
or something. Um, yeah, she's been walking, Deb, but she won't take castor oil, but she has been walking.
Yeah.
So yesterday, yeah, I literally did not get out of my pajamas all day.
Nice. That's
And
what I'm talking about. Yeah. That's
I
great.
mean, I committed. I'm like, you know what? Tomorrow I'm going to be in my jammies. I'm going to just do what I want. And I was alone. I was alone. So it worked out perfect. And
Oh, nice.
I did get all the decorations out, and I decorate a tree. So I decorated the tree, and so that was fun. And I love that. I know people have different ideas of or judgments about, but I enjoy my tree because all the little ornaments are
Mhm.
memories, and
Yeah,
every
yeah,
single
for sure.
one has memories to them. And so I got to spend time with, even though we aren't together, I got to spend time with my kids and
Mhm.
grandkid. Or I mean, it was just, I loved it. So that was my day.
Nice,
I
nice,
literally ate macaroni and cheese.
nice. Well,
Yeah,
you do you.
I did me.
That was the point.
Yeah. So
Nice.
that was my day yesterday, and it was perfect for me. Oh, Roxanne said jammies all day too. Woo
Nice.
woo. See?
Yeah, that our Black Friday tradition was always to just decorate for Christmas. We didn't
Yeah.
we just decided not to shop that day and just put up our, so I did that today.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
it's
So
fun. Yeah, exactly. And the same thing with ornaments. We get a different one to kind of represent the year that year. So
yeah.
it's always fun. Yeah, it's always nice.
Um, so that's how I usually do it too. But I worked all day today, and so I thought, oh, I'll do it. I did it yesterday. But yeah,
Nice.
cool. I loved, and I'm reading all the other people, the families, what they all do. It's fun to hear.
Yeah, a lot
And
of people
play
did.
movies or in the background or music, and yeah.
Yeah, that's
Deb.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun. It feels I don't know if you guys have felt this way, but the energy of the country feels lighter. Um I haven't felt that for a while, just like what I always watch the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, and it just seemed people seemed happier. It just seemed like a lighter year for some reason. I think starting to move past COVID and seeing like the light at the end of the tunnel, and I think having the election behind us, even though it wasn't perfect, it's behind us. So you're not getting those ads all the time anymore. And
Isn't
um,
that nice? Because
yeah,
the energy of the ads of, just
yeah, it's a
taking
lot.
taking each other down, and it just throws out that yucky
Yeah,
energy. So,
yeah,
and I was reading on the news that you know they they had predicted kind of a bad you know uh, bad year for shopping, um,
right. Hmm.
but it looks like there's a lot more people out today than normal for Black Friday and stuff. So you're right. I think people are like, woohoo, we can go out
Yeah.
and do our thing.
It just kind of had a lighter feel, and not perfect. It's
No,
not perfect, but it just does feel lighter than it has in the last, I would even say, like 5 years. It just felt a little like, I don't know, a little lighter. Yeah. Podcast, no tree. Don't blame you at all.
I can just picture that. Um, and I also read another great thing. It looks like we are going to have the most women. A record number of women will serve in the next Congress.
It was a great year for women. It was a great
Yay.
year for women. It
Yeah.
really was. I mean, considering Roe v. Wade, but all of the states that put it on the ballot, I think all of them passed. Um, they definitely made their voices heard, for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah. So that was another piece of good news.
Yeah.
Um, oh, butterflies are free. All your chicks were home. I love it. That always feels good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good. So,
Mhm.
anyway, speaking of the news,
Yes.
does anybody have any questions? I know, like, it's kind of just kind of moving along. I It's funny. I didn't come in with like, oh, we need to find out this or read on this, but maybe if you guys have any questions, to go ahead and throw them in for us, and we can dive in whatever direction. Um,
Mhm.
you know, looking at 45 and what is he afraid of in regards to his tax returns? What is he so afraid of showing on there? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
what,
Yeah.
what would he fight so hard for?
We can look at that because I've always felt that one thing is that he's broke. He's broke. Or that so much of his money is all loans. It's not really his
Yeah.
money. It's not really his stuff. And
Right.
it's going to show him as kind of being, yeah, that's one thing I think may come out. Because we know he would rather plan an insurrection than be embarrassed, So being embarrassed is the worst thing for Trump. I think it's one of that's his hell, basically, is being embarrassed. And so whatever it is, it must be embarrassing. And
It
I
must
think
be
it could be
good.
that he just doesn't have as much money as he says he does.
Well, and tax evasion, yeah, and
And
when
then he
you
hasn't paid taxes. I mean, doesn't pay
right,
taxes.
right,
He
and
won't pay
not
taxes.
only that, but he gets ridiculous amount of tax return because of failing businesses,
Right.
right? So there's something with that as well. I'm wondering.
Okay.
Anyways, I thought it'd be fun to kind of
Yeah,
tap in
let's
on
look at
that
that.
and kind of see what comes up with that.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
And I'm going to use these. Calling out. This is, yeah, we're going to talk about that. Anything Halloween, which I love your name, by the way. Anything Halloween.
Nice.
Anything Halloween. All right.
Um, so I'm hearing losses and I'm getting like arrows going down. So I'm wondering if he was claiming claiming losses on his properties.
Oh, and
Like
then
they did badly. So there's something about that. And to me, that feels like there might be legal stuff or he may have to pay money or something. Yeah. Yeah, something with losses.
yeah, interesting.
I have Weisselberg coming up too.
Okay.
I'm just seeing him. I'm not sure if maybe he's testified about something or he's going to that have to do with the taxes. I feel like he's tied to it somehow. I don't think he did his taxes, but I think he's tied to it somehow, or he has talked about it, or he's gonna talk about it, or something. I just keep seeing Weisselberg.
Okay. Well, I'm getting the major cheat card here, the Seven of Swords,
Okay.
and he's obviously trying to get away. So that's the sword card where the kid's going into the camp and sneaking away with this
All
sword,
right. Yeah.
and kind of stealing.
Yeah. That sounds like
So
him.
that is the main thing here. But
It does sound like him.
I have this card. It's called the Revolution. But if you look closely, there's like something to do with this combination. And I don't know. What do you think when you see that card? And look at all the fires and the oil fields and the it's like blood money.
Yeah.
There's something going on with these two cards together.
Revolution.
that
Is there an equivalent for that Revolution card in the Raider, the Rider-Waite deck? Like the Death card or
the death card.
something, or maybe the Tower, maybe?
Oh, Tower. Oh, that sounds right.
Um,
I don't have the booklet for this, but I can look for
because
the Tower.
my feeling looking at that made me feel like this could all burn it. This could burn it all down. That's
It's
kind of
gonna
what it
burn it all
felt like.
down. Okay. All right.
That Congress getting his taxes could burn it all down.
I was told to use that deck,
Huh.
and it does have a couple different. This one is 19. Yeah, I think that is the Tower. Of course, I can't find the Tower now. Does anybody know what number the Tower is? They're like, you're the reader. Yeah, it is the Tower. You're right. It's 16.
Is it? Okay.
16 is the Tower.
Okay.
So, upheaval. This could be, this is definitely the breakdown of everything. His cheating it's the end.
And then Tony brings up a good point about he's 45, maybe worried that his creditors will call their loans when they see the extent of his shell game.
Oh,
so that could be a possibility. And that would burn it all down because he doesn't have the money. He doesn't have the money.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've been living on all the cheating money. It's not really his.
Right.
Weisselberg struck a deal to testify 5 months probation. If he lies, the deal will be revoked.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you for your insight.
Yeah.
Who's stupid? I know. Chat says, who's stupid enough to loan him money?
And though that's why he had to go out of the country, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Nobody's stupid enough here.
Exactly. And so then he sold secrets, and then oh gosh. But yeah. It's funny because I didn't get any money cards, which is really interesting. Just cheating, and I thought for sure I'd get some money.
That's true too. Seascape, would it show his connection with foreign country?
Well,
and I think there may be money that like he didn't claim or that he got that he didn't, you know what I mean? Stuff like that, where I think, oh yeah, I'm sure payments here and there for whatever, who knows?
And that's what I was wondering about as well. That same thing. But yeah, he does not want this to be in public. There's judgment coming down on him, and justice. Wow. Okay. His time is over. His praise. He doesn't want to lose that praise either. And but you have that death card there. This is all ending for him. This is a huge change. And but I have both these two together, justice and judgment coming in together. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's gonna be bad. He's not hiding it for nothing. I mean, he's tried so hard to keep this. It went to the Supreme Court, so he was pretty, he intended to keep it hidden.
But the House is in charge of this, and I think this is separate, Jane.
I'm missing that.
Shay Kitty, I did hear that.
House in charge of this.
Kanye West asked the former guy to be his vice president. Okay, I know.
Yeah.
And so Auntie D read the card as a relationship with Saudi oil and will be revealed and taken down. That's what I was thinking, because they I think it says all of it with it being the tower and everything. But I also felt, because I was told to specifically use that deck, that it had to do with the Saudis as well.
Bright light is
Oh,
way too
taxes
bright.
go to the house. Okay, ways and means. Okay, Glenn, thank you. I thought it was separate. Okay. Well, we'll see about that, won't we?
Yeah.
All right. Some questions came in. Laura is asking about what are your thoughts on Jack Smith? Trump is attacking his wife right now.
He's a class act.
He is.
What in
And
the world?
when I read on this,
There's no low.
I mean, why are you biting the hand that?
I'd say it's yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah. No, Trump is attacking his wife.
when I read on this before, I saw Jack. He's literally like, with those, those horses that wear the blinders.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Blinders.
he's like focused and like that. So, but still, I just.
Everybody's scared because of what happened to Mueller. So everybody's a little bit like tentative, like, okay, now who's this guy that's coming in? We thought this guy was going to take care of it. Who's this guy coming in? But yeah, let's look. I haven't looked at him at all. So let's look at him.
I think it's just it's one of Trump. It's one of Trump's go-to moves. It's like the unexpected, right? So we think, okay, you're being investigated by this guy. You go quiet and you keep your nose clean. He does the exact opposite of any expectation, and it's one of his Trump moves. And
well, that's the thing, right? He doesn't it's not like he comes up with new stuff all the time and you never know where he's going. It's always the same stuff. Always the same stuff.
Always.
So they know exactly what he's going to do. It's not a surprise, right? He's going to attack. He's going to delay, that's what he does. Just the same old stuff. He's going to lie,
But the thing is the one thing you have to take seriously is that his continued use of these types of threats and how people. So I think there's some concern around that, because people listen to it and then they're like, okay, we're going to attack them. Right. He thinks he's still giving it marching orders, is what I'm saying.
Yeah. With Jack Smith.
I'm going to, okay, I'll start that. I know. Aries says, how can he attack her? How? This is openly happening. Exactly. It's like, it's so weird, Aries girl, how you can just.
Yeah, it is.
And he just hosted a Holocaust denier at Mar-a-Lago for Thanksgiving dinner. I mean, seriously. It's like it's never ending with him. I would think anything Halloween says isn't threatening a judge a crime. I think it is. However, let's take a look.
Yeah, I'm getting like it's an intimidation tactic. He's like putting her out there, putting her name out there, so his people will go and attack her and start scaring her, and it's an intimidation tactic.
Yeah,
and it shouldn't. You would think, how is this legal? Or put a
how
gag
is
order
this
on him or
legal?
something. It's like, it's just so irritating.
How is this legal? Okay, that doesn't. I see him standing his ground. Here we have 7 of Wands, standing your ground there. And there's going to be a lot of emotions all about this, but he's here to fulfill it, and he's going to do a good job. Jack is. And so have faith. We have the star coming in, so this is all really good. But he is proceeding with caution. He knows he's dealing with crazy. So, so I do feel he'll proceed with caution, because there's things in the shadows there. But all the cards coming in with that, he's looking good. But he's smart.
Yeah.
He doesn't lose. Just heard that. Oh, I just heard this isn't the first time he's had to protection up or whatever.
This isn't the first time what? He's had to
get protection, or be aware of things. This isn't his first rodeo.
So I'm hesitating because I'm getting he's going to be indicted, but
Okay.
I'm getting two things. I'm actually getting both.
Okay.
This guy and Georgia. I feel like Georgia's going to come through.
Oh.
So, but he's going to be indicted. I feel like it might be right after Christmas, actually. I feel like it might be in January.
Well, we were hoping
maybe February, but I think January. I think
our holiday present, our Christmas present.
It's really strong too. I feel like I almost feel like everything's like they've either already have the indictments or they have the stuff. It's like it's there already. It's just a matter of like the gathering the people and like the timing and that kind of thing. But to me, it almost feels like they're not even like, oh, this is delicate, or oh, this is it doesn't even feel like that. It just feels like we just need to get our stuff in a row. This is done.
Yeah, and that's that.
It really does feel like, yeah, I have to say though, it feels like Okay, I'm just going to say this. This is what it feels like. It feels like the stuff for Mar-a-Lago, the papers and stuff, the documents,
Mm-hmm.
that's first. I feel like Georgia might be second, and then I feel like January 6th comes because I feel people being yanked out of Congress.
Yes. Yep. Yeah, I
Does
do
that
too.
feel right to you? Does that
Oh,
seem right?
yes,
To
yes.
me, the
That follows
spring.
along
That
with
feels like
kind
the
of
spring.
what I've been getting as well. But I always felt something, we're getting something for Christmas. I do know that. I don't know what it is, or
A big fat turkey for Christmas.
the big fat turkey possibly for Christmas. And I did get the world, the death and judgment when I asked about the indictment. And so this is a big fat yes, that is coming. And it could be for Christmas. It could be our January gift.
Mhm.
But it's coming, and I feel like I'm hearing just breathe. Just breathe, it's coming. But we are so we hold on to this energy of like, oh,
Yeah, yeah.
it's just so the
very
injustice. None of us do injustice very well, and this is
right,
injustice, and it throws off the energy of the
right,
entire planet. There's such
right. And it is kind of like, if it goes to court and things, but let it go to court. Let us and him or
Mhm,
whatever have it
mhm.
stay in court. But the idea that he's just running around insulting people and running for office and doing that just seems
Yeah,
ridiculous, right?
yeah.
Um,
How can that be? Like we're just like
I know it's unreal. It is
it
like,
is.
yeah, it's surreal is what
It
it
is.
is. It's surreal.
Yeah.
But that,
Yes,
yeah, so that's I'm just gonna stick with that timeline, at least for now. That felt right. It
felt
felt
yeah.
like this, then this, then this. So, um, but I'm telling you, they're gonna yank people out of Congress. It's gonna be a whole thing.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a whole thing.
And I've been getting that too. So it just yeah. Confirmation. Confirmation. What are your thoughts? Okay, we got that one.
And I don't know, can I just say too that I always felt like, do you remember when they got Osama bin Laden and people like spontaneously just like went to the White House and spontaneously like started to cheer and stuff in different places? That's what it's going to be like when they indict this guy. I'm telling you. He thinks it's going to be like people are going to be so angry and I think it will shock even his supporters that so many people are so happy that he's indicted. I
Okay.
think it will be shocking.
I'm just getting all the feels on that one. I think that wow. I hope, oh gosh, wouldn't that be, we all need to go into the streets and just scream and shout and
But it does feel like that. It just feels like people are just
parade.
spontaneously just like erupt because it's justice. And it's so, I mean, this guy has been criming since the 80s, right? People died on his watch because of his complete and utter lack of empathy, feelings, hate, all of the hate that he's brought into our lexicon, not caring about COVID. People died, so I think people are, that's what it feels like. It just feels like people just erupt with, you know,
Dancing
yeah,
in the streets. Yes.
dancing in the
Let's do it.
streets. Exactly.
And get it on the television. Get it taped.
Hmm.
Um, so okay, so sweetie darling, Weisselberg flipped
Not flipped.
has not flipped on Trump. What gives?
Yes.
Oh, so he hasn't? He didn't flip on Trump? Wow, he's willing to go down? That's interesting. Are we for sure on that he didn't
I was
flip?
just saying, I don't feel that. I feel like he has it.
Yeah, I'm not.
I don't know how we're saying flipped, but I feel like he has given a ton of information
Sure.
about Trump.
That's what
So
the last time I read on him, I got
I
that
don't
as
know what
well.
that we know that for sure. Maybe he may have made some kind of deal that in public he wants it to seem that way because he doesn't want to be harassed by the his supporters. But I feel like he has given up everything. So
Yeah, okay, I'll check into the energy here, but when I read on him before,
yeah,
he was singing like a bird.
yeah.
I even got the bird one in here singing like a bird.
But I don't think he wants his life threatened or anything like that. I think it was part of his deal. They don't publicly, it's not really known exactly what he gave up.
Weisselberg said he was alone responsible for the gifts he was given. 45 didn't know about them, but he gave some info. I think there's more there than we know. More there than we know. Okay. Okay.
It's weird because I'm seeing like documents, like papers and things. So maybe it wasn't testimony that he gave that was against Trump. It may have been just like papers and things he had. It feels like, but that's what I'm getting is I'm seeing lots of just like papers and files and stuff. So maybe it isn't actual like testimony. And I keep getting the deal, like it's part of the deal. It was part of the deal.
Yeah, and I'm showing right here. This is the whistleblower card. He's pointing the finger. He's telling me it's not. And for me to get that card, and it's regards of that star is falling, the falling star, and then the dark money. So I can't. Yeah, and
so maybe if he hasn't, maybe it's coming. Maybe it will be. It's around the corner. Because gosh, it feels like now.
Yeah,
but maybe it's not. Maybe he hasn't quite. I don't know. But I'm seeing like papers and documents and stuff. So
there you go, Deanne.
okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So out of all these cards, I got those cards. So yeah, yes, Sandra. He was his accountant. So
For the Trump org, right? For Trump org.
For the Trump organization. So I think, we're also looking at Jared. We're also looking at Ivanka. Sharon, thank you. She's like, I need dinner. I hear you. So many have privately turned on Trump. Okay. Or turned in Trump.
And I'm seeing, who's the one in New York going after him? I can't think. I went blank on her name, but I didn't see her.
Letitia James?
Letitia James. I'm seeing Letitia James. So I'm wondering if Weisselberg has given her something or something. It's tied to him. It's tied to him.
Oh. I feel like also Weisselberg is identifying some things that they didn't have a full understanding of. So you see the redacted, it's in reverse. So that means he's gonna reveal some stuff in regards to that that was unidentified, but he's able to help them out with
Right.
that.
Right.
He wants to avoid chaos. He wants to avoid all this. So I feel like he is. I think they're being strategic about this. He is helping.
Yeah. And it may not be testimony to me. I keep just seeing papers and files and stuff. So he may have just given over things they needed. Yeah, exactly. Things that they were going to need. Or that things, like you said, will paint a more understandable picture of what was going on.
Like proof of what they kind of already know, but they need that proof. Yeah.
Right.
So
Nancy wants to know what deck that is.
Yeah, I'd be happy to tell you. This is Andrea's from Lilac Lantern. So if you know her, these are both her decks, but I put them together. So she has two decks.
Oh,
she has that one and this one.
And, I don't have the second one. I've got the first one, but I don't have the second one.
So this one, I think, is the second one. It's identifiers. So that's where you'll get like some of the
right.
So I can't. I use them together. I can't use them separate. So Lilac Lantern. So if you go to her page, you're going to be able to click on her, and I love these cards. Okay.
Yeah. And someone was saying it's shocking that all these people will go down for him. It is shocking. I agree. It's completely shocking.
I feel we've been saying that for years. Like, don't they know what they're going to go down with him? Okay. All right.
Weisselberg is a devil agent. Yeah. It almost does seem kind of like that. I just feel like, yeah.
That makes sense. All right, Patricia. Hi.
Hello.
Will Chris Wray resign? And will Biden nominate Val Demings as head of the FBI? And will the Senate appoint her? Wow, there's lots of questions within one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Will Chris resign? There's some.
I actually kind of do feel like he may leave. But I'm feeling like a younger man coming in.
I was getting that there's some pressure on him to leave.
Yeah, I think he might. I think that he might. It doesn't feel like it's right away, though. It might be next year sometime or something, or maybe even in. It doesn't feel right away. That's all I can say. It doesn't really feel like it's. But I think you're right, Debbie. I feel like he may go, but I feel like a younger guy comes in.
Yeah, I'm seeing they're putting pressure on him. They want to make some huge shifts within the organization, and they are putting pressure on him to go. And that would make sense. They're bringing in kind of like that new blood, the new direction they want to go. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It looks like he has some things hidden also in his past. kind of like he can't get away from something that's coming as well. So that might be part of his pressure of getting out.
Say that again, Debbie. What did you say?
So like something within his past working in the organization or something. I don't know what I said.
Okay. That's okay. I do that all the time because you're just in a flow. I understand.
But he can't save himself this time. So see, the hat is in reverse. So if it was like that,
right,
he'd be able to pull something out of the hat, but he can't get out of this time. But I have world leaders in jail with him. So there's something that that could be a little bit haunting for him in his past. In regards to his work. And that's how they're actually going to pressure him to get out. Rhonda Ruth, thank you so much. Blessings to you.
Thank you.
So something with that.
I'm kind of feeling like maybe he'll step down when they indict Trump. I'm trying to think.
Okay. So maybe there's some. This is cold reading for me because I haven't looked into Chris Ray before.
Neither have I, and I'm not sure if he whenever. Oh no, you know what? I read on him one time. Probably about several months ago, but I remember that I got that he is all about. I'm getting that feeling again that he's all about protecting the Bureau. He's all about protecting his guys, his people. So, and I'm wondering if once they indict Trump, if he,
Dawn thinks we both read on him before. I just don't remember.
Yeah, I was gonna say I did that's what came back to me because I felt that way again. I felt like, oh, he's protecting his guys.
Okay.
But that's exactly what came through before. So you're right. You're right.
I just don't remember. Okay. Oh, okay. Right. Yeah, something. Oh, so it's about trying to keep some of that stuff hidden, but he can't anymore. Maybe. Or something. But anyway, to answer your question, I feel like
but I would say we don't really even have to go into why, but it does feel like he's gonna leave.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just wondering what I can't quite put my finger on what makes him go. But then thinking about it, I'm like, oh yeah, that was what came through before, that he really protects. He's all about just protecting the Bureau.
Yeah.
Protecting the reputation of the FBI, protecting, his own people. And so I'm wondering if there may be when they indict Trump, that some stuff might come out, or
yeah, I think you're right.
I don't know. That just puts them under scrutiny. Not that they did anything wrong, but just kind of puts the spotlight on them in some way.
Yeah.
And he doesn't want that.
I think you're right. He's still trying to keep that stuff hidden. And so he won't be able to. Whatever it is, has to do with keeping people out of trouble. World leaders out of trouble. But anyways, yeah. So here's Trump going down. So when that happens, we might see something.
There's a decision.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and when, it's going to be very, very interesting because when when he gets indicted, you will see that is when the rubber will meet the road, right? You will see people bail away from him that have been, people like Ted Cruz, people like that. You are going to see people running the other way from him, and then and you'll see people, that kind of go down with him, or that we're protecting him. We didn't know they were protecting him, or they were trying to stay away from it or out of it or whatever, and they get pulled into it. So it's going to be a very interesting, I think.
So what I'm hearing, what's dropping in right now is that this clean sweep, it needs to be cleaned out. It needs a good cleaning, needs a good scrubbing,
Right.
because there's some old ways that just don't work anymore that might have worked back in the day that just don't work anymore. And anyway, yeah. So
Right. That's right, Glenn.
yeah.
Ray did not investigate Kavanaugh after all those tips.
Right. After the
So
beer thing.
he's always been, I mean, I do think there are things that we're concerned about that he's concerned about too, white supremacy, things like that. I think he's very concerned about that. But you're right. He's done some sketchy stuff.
He's done some sketchy stuff. And so that all makes sense to what we're getting. Okay. Yeah. So it looks like we have time for, I thought this.
Yeah, Ray came after Comey. You're right. Yeah, that's all right, Don.
Okay, before we do this one, I really want to say real quickly on this one, Jeff, that I read on this the other day, just on my own, like not on a live or anything, and I got a no that he is not. But I don't know why. Anyways, that's a whole other story. But here's I think this looks like it'll be the last question for tonight. But Phoenix Rise, Renee. I love the Phoenix. Here we go. Jean Carroll filed upgraded lawsuit against 45 in New York after a new state law took effect allowing victims to sue over sex violence, over assaults that occurred decades ago. Will she win? Well, you know what? All I can say is she's winning. I mean, she's winning for us. She's already won for as far as her statement for those who have been assaulted but never had a voice. So that's a win. I just want to say that, and I want to push that energy forward.
I think that's a great point, Debbie.
But is she going to win her case?
She's going to win something.
I feel it too.
Do you feel that too? I don't know how. I'll just say there's definitely a win on something. It almost feels like there's more than one thing though, but I feel like she wins. It feels like a win and a loss. It feels like both, but I feel like she wins in something. And to me, it feels like it's what was important to her.
Exactly.
So it's like, right? It kind of feels like this, whatever she wins, we may think, oh, but she didn't win this thing, but for her, this was what she wanted to win. So yeah. So to me, I feel a win and a loss.
Yeah.
But what she wins, and that's what she wanted. That's what was important to her.
Yeah. Yeah. Because it's kind of Yeah. I'm getting the same thing. Look at that. That's so crazy. She's a winner, right? And she goes after it. We have the Queen of Pentacles there sitting solid. She's solid, going after it. And then you get the win-lose. You have the Knight of Cups coming in with that message of a win at that level. But then you have the Five of Swords, which is a loss. And so it's like that. It's that struggle. It's not a win-win case. She's going after a case that can't be kind of, I guess, I don't know. It's almost like you're going after somebody that it's just not a win-win for you, but you have a win. So
Right.
I don't know. I'm getting this, but you said you always read my cards
Right.
before seeing them.
And
But yeah, but
so someone said Mary Trump gave her DNA for that case
ooh,
because I guess, of course, Donald won't. He won't do anything, but
oh, how interesting.
interesting. I did not hear
Oh,
that.
can you do that? Oh,
I don't know. I'll have to look that up. I did not see that. Lost her case against Donald Trump. Oh, Mary Trump lost her case against Donald Trump. Her lawyers are appealing it. Oh,
okay.
yeah. No, this is E. Jean Carroll, but
Yeah.
that's just very interesting. Yeah.
So, oh wow, she did. She did give her. I didn't know you could get. I guess so. I mean, if you're a relative, but
Yeah. Yeah.
okay, Glenn. Yeah. Anyway,
Ah,
I mean,
interesting.
she's
Yeah.
sitting. Look at her. Yeah, she's sitting good. I mean, this is solid for her.
Right.
For her, it's a win. So we
Yeah.
like that. But so let's. I've been obsessed with learning, reading people's stories of near-death experiences.
Mhm.
And the biggest thing I've been taking away is it's pretty universal from all the ones that I've read through. Is that people always want to know their purpose or what they're here for, and it's all in regards to love. And even the smallest acts of kindness create these huge ripples that we don't see. Um, even someone in line or whatever, and I don't have enough change, and you give them 50 cents, and how that ripple effect affects the rest of their day, and then into their family's day. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's like that's the big takeaways
Right.
of that they're getting. And so I just want to leave everyone tonight with the big takeaway. Let's just be kind and love, and that's like the most important thing. That's why we're here. That's the big thing.
Yeah.
It's not a big mystery. It's literally love one another.
Yeah. I mean, it is that, and it's also, because you're right. You get hung up on that kind of outside thing, that project or that job or that whatever lessons we're supposed to be. But you're right. Along with those other little things that we kind of wanted to do here, love is always in the background. That's always what all of us can depend on, the fact that that is one of the things that we're here to do, is face situations, face people, face enemies, face people uh, in and yeah, with love or through love. Um, yeah, that's
And
what it is.
it's learning to love yourself
Mhm.
and others. And Susan, you're correct. Rape is not love. No, that is a power move. And that person, obviously, the people who are using their power like that, they absolutely aren't. They're overstepping their
And
contract.
this with Jean Carroll, that is exactly what I see with her, is that her action is not about revenge. It's about self-love. It's about knowing that, that this happened to me and I want it acknowledged and I want people to know this happened, and I'm doing she is clearly doing this for herself. This is
Mhm.
for her to know this happened. I'm not going to be gaslighted. I want to be respected, and this is what that's
Yeah,
why
and
she
I'm
spreads
respecting me.
self-love.
I'm loving me
Mhm.
enough to stand up to this.
Yep,
And while she's doing that, she's loving all the rest of us who never had
that's
a voice.
right. That's
I
exactly right.
That is a beautiful example of love. Mhm. So I just want to leave you with that, you guys. Just um, be kind, especially in this season.
Yeah.
Anyways, but so love and light to you.
Absolutely.
Thank you for hanging out with us. Thank you to all the moderators for holding space and taking care of some of our extra visitors that came in, and
Yes. Thank
everybody who
you.
donated. Thank you. Blessings to you, and extra special blessings too to all the members that came and hung out with us tonight. So
Yeah. Thank you, Debbie.
yes, have a beautiful rest of your
Everybody.
holiday weekend if you have a weekend,
Yes.
and we'll see you all next time. Blessings. All
Bye.
right.